Hello there. My name's Nana. Mr. Unique Voice. Reason why I'm known as Mr. Unique Voice is because of my obstruction in my airway. Born 6 months premature, narrow airway, grown with a permanent tracheostomy tube inserted in my airway. This is just going to be a short and brief video. Yesterday, I took time out to basically watch Backchat, which is a platform for Africans to air their views, young Africans to talk about issues and current affairs in the community. Yesterday's topic was concerning two couples who basically were going to give birth to a disabled person, but due to whatever reason, the child was disabled. Father wanted to keep the child. Mother wanted to, I'm pretty sure, not keep the child for whatever reason. Now, I am the product of that scenario. That story is the product of me. I'm not saying that particular scenario is me, but I am the product of similar circumstance where I was actually born and one of my parents asked the doctors to kill me. So to me, that was a very touchy subject. Long and short of it, 6 months premature in the 80s, to be born in the 80s at 6 months was a very touch and go. And you can imagine, as I'm talking, you can hear me inhaling, you can hear me gasping for air, and I've surpassed a lot of people's expectations. No one would have thought I would have ever had mainstream education. No one would have ever thought that I would have worked in corporate organizations at a high level. No one would have even thought that I would have been on the BBC, I would have been on the ITV, I would have been a National Diversity Awards nominee for my outspokenness on inequality when it comes to disability. So please, this goes to everyone. And this doesn't just go to the Backchat cast. And this is not me throwing shade at anybody. But just know that when you give birth to a disabled child, or if you are told you have a disabled child, you do not know how that plant will grow when it germinates. Yeah, I am that rose that grew from a concrete. Just remember that disabled doesn't mean the end of a life. It means an alternative way of living. So this is my little advice to some of the cast members who made certain comments and said, if technology could tell them that their child was disabled, they would not have that child. They would, the pain and the struggle. Listen, nobody can love your child like you, and to make those comments, it comes across, that hypothetically speaking, you're a murderer, because I have similar circumstance and I see one of my parents as a murderer. Those comments are detrimental. They damage a person, and it damaged me. So anyway, I'm disabled, I'm able, I'm uniquely gifted, and I am the product of a parent not wanting a disabled child, but I have surpassed expectations and I speak my truth today. My name is Mr. Unique Voice. Have a great evening, whatever you're doing.